Welcome back, history enthusiasts. Today, we're diving into one of the most complex and devastating conflicts of recent times, the Ethiopian Civil War 2020 to 2022. This war pitted the Tigray People's Liberation Front (TPLF) against the Ethiopian government forces, reshaping the political and social fabric of Ethiopia. By the end of this video, you'll understand the roots, key events, and lasting impact of this brutal conflict. Let's get started. To understand the Ethiopian Civil War, we need to look at Ethiopia's political history. For decades, Ethiopia was ruled by the Ethiopian People's Revolutionary Democratic Front (EPRDF), a coalition of ethnic-based parties. The Tigray People's Liberation Front (TPLF) was the dominant force within the EPRDF, ruling Ethiopia from 1991 until 2018. In 2018, Abiy Ahmed, an Oromo politician, became prime minister. Abiy promised sweeping reforms, including democratization and an end to ethnic-based politics. He dissolved the EPRDF and formed the Prosperity Party, which the TPLF refused to join. This marked the beginning of tensions between the TPLF and the federal government. Tensions came to a head in 2020. The TPLF held regional elections in Tigray, defying the federal government's decision to postpone elections due to the COVID-19 pandemic. The federal government declared these elections illegal, and in November 2020, conflict erupted. The Ethiopian government, supported by the Eritrean Defense Forces and regional militias like the Amhara Fano, launched a military offensive against the TPLF. The TPLF, with its well-trained and experienced fighters, resisted fiercely. What began as a regional conflict quickly escalated into a full-blown civil war. The war saw several key phases. In the initial months, government forces captured Tigray's capital, Mekelle, and declared victory. However, the TPLF regrouped and launched a counteroffensive in mid-2021, retaking much of Tigray and even advancing into the neighboring Amhara and Afar regions. By late 2021, the TPLF was within striking distance of the capital, Addis Ababa. This prompted the federal government to declare a state of emergency and call for mass mobilizations. International pressure mounted as reports of atrocities, including massacres, sexual violence, and famine, emerged. The United Nations and humanitarian organizations warned of a looming humanitarian catastrophe. The human cost of the war was staggering. Millions were displaced and thousands died. The Tigray region faced a blockade, leading to severe food and medical shortages. Reports of ethnic cleansing and war crimes by all sides drew global condemnation. The conflict also exacerbated ethnic tensions, with atrocities committed against Tigrayans, Amharas, and other groups. The war became not just a political struggle, but a deeply personal and ethnic one. By 2022, both sides were exhausted. International mediators, including the African Union, pushed for peace talks. In November 2022, a ceasefire agreement was signed in Pretoria, South Africa. The agreement called for the disarmament of the TPLF, the restoration of federal authority in Tigray, and the establishment of a transitional justice process. While the ceasefire brought an end to large-scale fighting, the road to lasting peace remains fraught with challenges. Rebuilding trust, addressing humanitarian needs, and ensuring accountability for atrocities are critical steps. So, why does the Ethiopian Civil War matter today? It's a stark reminder of the fragility of peace and the devastating consequences of ethnic and political divisions. The war has left deep scars on Ethiopia's society and economy, and its legacy will shape the country's future for decades. Understanding this conflict helps us appreciate the complexities of nation building and the importance of inclusive governance. It also highlights the need for international attention and action to prevent such tragedies in the future. If you found this deep dive into the Ethiopian Civil War insightful, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe for more in-depth historical content. Let me know in the comments what other historical events you'd like me to explore. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.